is the one player that you want or need to take the biggest step forward from last year to this year? Now, they don't have to be rookies from last year. It could be any player from last year's team that needs to take that big step forward. 248-539-9797. You can go anywhere on the board here because there are so many areas of need with the Lions. So much room for improvement. It's not like this offense has been outstanding. We know that the defense is one of the worst in the league. There's only one way to go for the defense, and that's up. But there are numerous players that you can come up with. But who is the number one player that you think has to take that next big step? Not just an incremental step, but a big step forward. And, Khang, I'll give mine before I ask for yours. And for me, it's Derek Barnes. People listening to the show know that I focus on the linebacker group a lot. I always identify linebackers I like in a draft, and then I get upset when the Lions never take them. Happened again this year when they didn't take Nakobe Dean. But when they took Derek Barnes last year out of Purdue, I was a little bit excited about it because I liked his style of play. He's a guy that kind of runs downhill. He's a seek and destroy kind of guy, and I like that. And he's got decent size. I wanted to see that work. And we saw him play a little bit last year. He would show a couple of flashes here and there, but did not show the consistency. And obviously didn't show enough consistency during practice during the week because he didn't get a whole lot of time to play when it came to Sundays. But he does have talent, and the staff does like him. To me, because the position group itself is the biggest position group that still needs help, I'm looking at Derek Barnes as being the guy, the number one guy, that has to take that next big step forward to make this team better. Who's your guy?
I'm going to go with a guy I'm not even sure has taken even his first step to get that next step, and it's Jeffrey Okudah.
Yeah.
I think that guy is going to be so important to this team if he can live up to, I don't know if he could ever live up to the third overall pick, okay? That's Deion
tough.
Sanders, Jalen Ramsey territory, you know.
Exactly
but
what that is.
Yeah, but he's got to live up to a first-round corner, lockdown, at least borderline Pro Bowl type cornerback that you can count on to lock up his man. I think it's really important. The Derek Barnes thing I get because of the position, they don't have any linebackers.
Yeah.
But if Derek Barnes doesn't step up in the end, he was a fourth-round pick, and
It's
those
resources,
miss all the time,
exactly.
right?
But you're talking about a resource of the third overall pick, guy who's been injured each of his first 2 years with significant injuries. When he was healthy his rookie season, he looked like he was lost out there. Last year, starts the season and maybe doesn't look as lost. Made some improvements. He's working with guys like Aaron Glenn,
Aubrey Pleasant,
the defensive backs coach, and it looks like, okay, they like what they're working with there, and then it gets hurt again. There's the highlight last year against the San Francisco 49ers. And it's one of the highlights you saw a lot a few weeks ago when there was all the Deebo Samuel talk. When Deebo Samuel caught the pass against the Lions, it was an underthrown, but it wasn't a back shoulder throw. It was an underthrown ball. He stopped, caught the ball, and went for the touchdown. And he burned Jeff Okudah. But I don't think he burned Jeff Okudah. If you watch the coverage on that play, Jeff Okudah is step for step with Deebo Samuel. It's a hell of a coverage job. It was a terrible pass, and Deebo Samuel made a play, right? I was encouraged by that play, and it was like shortly after that, Okudah's gone for the year.
Yeah, it sucks because I think if you have him, he's still young. He's still got a high ceiling. The injury is a huge concern, of course. You mentioned the coaching change. He could be a cornerstone, a young cornerstone of this defense, and that would be huge. So the guy I'd love to see take that huge next step this year, Jeff Okudah.